I recommend Sonny remain in custody for the duration.
Claire, you are being unreasonable. Sonny didn't disappear. He's right over there.
By some fluke of conscience.
Well, what does it matter as long as he is here prepared to face trial?
I can't overlook the fact that he's a flight risk.
You are being deliberately obtuse. I mean, come on, let's face it. If my client actually had fled this jurisdiction and gotten away clean, if he were really guilty, he would have stayed away.
I'm gonna go see Sonny. Anyone object?
Not me.
Great.
Just a second. Oh, sure, fine, go right ahead.
Hey.
Welcome back. I have to say I'm a little surprised.
Well, I had time to think, and I decided that proving my innocence is the best thing I can do for my kids.
You had kids when you left. And you made it pretty clear that you were saying goodbye. So, what inspired this sudden change of heart? No, let me guess. Brenda.
I told you why I came back. I didn't want my kids to think that I was a coward who would shoot an unarmed man and run away.
I don't doubt that your kids factor into the decision. I'm just saying there's more driving it.
Why can't you just accept anything at face value?
Because I'm not stupid. And I like to think that I've learned something. You jump bail and you go to Rome, of all places, where Brenda lives. Things didn't turn out the way you planned. Brenda's got a great life there. She's a famous model, movie star on her arm. Why would she give all that up for you? So she talked you into coming back to Port Charles. On some level, I'm grateful.
I hope you're here to tell me that I can go home.
The second arraignment is set for Friday.
So I gotta wait in a holding cell till then?
That's up to a judge.
Well, you're gonna argue with the judge that, you know, that I'm a flight risk and bail should be revoked. I didn't come back to disappear, Claire.
And I'm supposed to just believe you?
Well, I've never lied to you. Can you say the same to me? Can you? No.
Yeah, fine.
Can you or not?
Okay. I recorded conversations you assume were confidential, but you knew I was a federal prosecutor with a mission to take you down. I don't see why you're so surprised.
Well, I guess I misjudged because I thought that maybe you were capable of seeing me as a real person instead of a stepping stone in your career.
Well, that's the problem, Sonny. I should just see you as a step in my career. But you constantly confuse me and you cloud the issue. And instead of being committed to taking you off the streets, I find myself believing everything you have to say. And that's a huge complication for me, Sonny. But I am pleased to say, I think I've finally done something about it.
Are you sulking? I think I made a fair compromise. You and Interpol and Gartulo, and everybody can surround me with all the guards you guys want. But I just want to cancel anything. I don't want to cancel this appearance.
All right, it's a reasonable start, but if there is any sign of the Vulcan, any threat at all bets are off. You either go to Murphy in London, or you go home to the States. No arguments.
Perfetto. Grazie. Ha bisogno di qualcosa. Bene. 5 minutes, please.
Be smart. Come quietly, or you die right here.
Okay, let me get this straight. I shot Johnny in self-defense. You know it, but I'm still going to be charged with attempted murder?
Not only will you be charged, you'll probably be convicted. Unless you can prove Johnny had a gun.
So you think sending an innocent man to prison is justice? No,
I can hardly call you innocent. You have committed a laundry list of crimes. The RICO violations alone would put you away for life, but I won't be the one prosecuting.
Since when do you pass up the opportunity to further your career?
Since I've realized I've gotten too close.
try that again, and I slash that pretty throat, okay?
I didn't know that you cared about me that much. If you do, you should just... No, you should stay on the case.
Oh, right.
Just make sure it's a fair trial.
Okay. What, throw the case? Make sure you're acquitted?
Yeah.
Not a chance. I'm not going to compromise myself by breaking the law or throwing a case, or worse, getting it thrown out because somebody suspects there's more going on between us than there actually is.
What's going on between us?
Enough to know I'm not impartial. So I'm flying to D.C. in the morning to speak with my superiors about being reassigned.
To another case or to another city?
Why does it matter?
Maybe I'd like having you around a little bit.
I wouldn't worry. You don't strike me as the type who stays alone for long.
Be a good girl now. Don't try anything.
You doing here, sweetheart?
I heard she came back. I wanted to know why. Michael said you jumped bail because no one believed that you shot Johnny in self-defense.
That was part of it.
So why risk coming back now?
Because I wanted to prove my innocence. I didn't want my kids to think I was a coward for shooting an unarmed man.
You didn't say goodbye. It's weird. I thought I'd be glad that you were gone. No more fights or forced family dinners. But when it really started to sink in that I might never see you again, I regretted all those months that I spent hating you. Making you so crazy that you went after Johnny.
This was not your fault at all, sweetheart.
I'm glad you came back. Michael needs you.
I'm gonna do everything I can to be the best dad I can be to all you guys. And don't you ever forget that I love you, okay?
Where'd you go?
To get some perspective.
I guess it worked. You came back.
Yeah, I got some good advice.
Okay, Dante and I found something that might get the charges against you
I'm
dropped.
listening.
There's a construction worker. He was doing a site survey on Baker Street the night of the
Did he
shooting.
see anything?
He recorded it all with the camera.
Well, then the cops can't charge me. They show it to
Okay,
Diane.
there's a problem. From where the guy was standing, you can't see a gun in Johnny's hand.
So there's a video showing me shooting Johnny?
Right. But Dante thinks that he can use it as leverage to get Johnny to admit the truth and clear this whole thing up without going to trial.
Dante is dreaming if he thinks Johnny is gonna let
Okay,
me
Sonny,
off
this
the
is
hook.
where you're going to have to give him some incentive. Before you told me that you wanted a truce. If Dante gets Johnny to agree, will you?
A knife to my throat. That's how good your security guys are. How'd they get past security?
Probably the same way the paparazzi did. Someone got paid off. Look, Interpol is searching the whole building. They're talking to all the Cartulo employees. They're probably going to want to talk to you too.
I just want this to be over.
We agreed that if there was another incident, you would leave Rome.
It's very complicated.
Let me uncomplicate it. The Balkan isn't going to stop until he shuts you up for good. You forget about your career and you start thinking about self-preservation. This is serious, Brenda. If you don't call Murphy, I will.